So let's talk about these Grammy nominations. The good, the bad, the ugly. Let's start with the good. Miss Beyonce. You know, when you do talent, when you have talent, when you are the standard, of course you're gonna be the most nominated woman. Of course you are. And you know, all the fan bases, they were pressed as hell. What did she even do? She didn't even do anything this year, blah, 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 blah. It don't matter. It doesn't matter whether or not she released an album or not. She is the music industry and they will respect her as such. Literally, she leads the pack this year with 9 nominations. No album out. Let me say it again. No album out. Literally, all she did this year was a movie on Disney Plus, Black is King, a remix, and Black Parade. That's it. That's all she did. And the Academy said, yup, I see it. I see the vision. They saw the vision and they nominated her. And all you hating ass bitches is just gonna have to deal with it. I mean, this is straight from the president of the Grammys mouth. Listen to this. When asked why does he think the voters and the committee members have such a high opinion of Beyonce for such a long time, he said, I would have to imagine it's because the level of quality and excellence that she has represented throughout her career. In this particular year, she released a body of work that impressed a lot of voters and a lot of people on the committee. She is the standard. She is excellence, okay? Y'all gonna have to deal. Don't be mad at her cause she's great. Be mad at your underwhelming faves cause they are so hard, okay? Beyonce just gonna do her thing, which is be great. And y'all got to deal with it. And also, to the members of HIVE who talked all that shit about Black Parade being, you know, not a good song. Where y'all at now? Okay? I let the record state that from day one, I was a Black Parade stan. I saw the vision, I saw the potential. I always believed in her. I've always stand her. So Black Parade getting Record and Song of the Year nominations doesn't surprise me because it's deserving of it. In my mind, Black Parade is the older cousin of Formation, okay? Black Parade went to HBCU and majored in AAAD and philosophy and economics, and now she has all this knowledge and she wants to share with the girls, and that's what Black Parade did. Like, honestly, Black Parade might be Beyonce's most pro-Black song, and I say that full aware of what Formation did. Like, Black Parade is a beautiful song, and for those of y'all who don't see it, don't hear it, go get that checked out. You might have like some type of thing with taste. Like, yeah, you might want to go see a doctor for that. Y'all just got to deal. Black Parade was that bitch. She also snagged nominations for Savage with her collab with Megan Thee Stallion. She also became the first person in Grammy history to be nominated for Record of the Year, 2 different songs in Record of the Year category. She is now the 2nd most nominated person in Grammy history. 1 nomination behind Quincy Jones. She's the most nominated woman ever, okay? And if she wins, if she sweeps, which I believe she will do, she could very well become the woman with the most Grammys. So, you know, tell your face to step up. I don't know what else to say. And I also want to point out that Beyonce's nomination for Best Music Video for Brown Skin Girl, Blue Ivy is a featured artist on that. Do you hear me? Ivy League. I said Blue Ivy is a featured artist on that. And if she wins, she'll be one of the youngest ever people to win a Grammy. See, at 8, Blue Ivy's already recording audiobooks and getting Grammy nominations. No one's doing it like her. You know what Beyonce was doing at 8? Singing in salons. You know what Blue Ivy was doing at 8? Getting Grammys. They're not the same. Blue Ivy's the future. You heard it here first. Also, Miss Chloe and Halle. 3 nominations. Best Progressive R&B Album, Best Traditional R&B Performance, and Best R&B Song. They deserve more. They deserve Album of the Year, in my opinion, as well. But I'm gonna take these 3, as long as they don't leave empty-handed, okay? I'm saying it again. As long as they don't leave empty-handed, I will be happy. They deserve all those nominations and some more, in my opinion. Literally, not a girl. There's no one who is seeing them in terms of their vocals, their performance, and their artistry. Like they're creative as hell. Like the way they reinvent a song every time they perform it. Some of y'all faves could take note. That's all I'm saying on that. Literally, they deserve. Also, Miss Megan Thee Stallion. When I tell you, I am proud. I feel like a proud cousin. Like this one girl went from mixtapes to ciphers. Now she's a 4-time Grammy nominee. Like it's the growth for me. Okay, literally, she got Best New Artist, Record of the Year for Savage, Rap Song, and Rap Performance. Deserves every one of them. I feel confident that she's gonna take an award home. Like Savage, literally one of the best rap songs. And like the solo, like Savage, the solo version was already a good song. So when Beyonce hopped on it, it was just like a chef's kiss. Like, I'm fairly certain that Megan won't go home empty-handed. Also, Miss Doja Cat. Like I said, I think she's weird, but the girl's talented. She snagged 3 noms, so you know, good for her. Miss Dua Lipa, girl, okay? You were in your bag with Future Nostalgia, and the Academy agrees, okay? Good Sis got 6 nominations, album, record, song of the year, and then the pop categories. So, I believe that Physical, I don't know if she submitted it, but she should have. Physical could have definitely snagged a nomination in the dance categories, but I'm gonna let that go. Cause all in all, I was pleased with Dua Lipa's nomination, so love that for Dua. Now let's talk about the bad, okay? The bad. There were a lot of noticeable snubs this year, and we're gonna start from the top. The Weeknd. He didn't get a single nomination, which I was surprised by. Like, The Weeknd didn't snag any nominations at the Grammys despite having one of the most critically and commercially successful albums of the year, which blew my mind. And as more information started to come out, we started to see there might be more to it than meets the eye. Like, this man, he tweeted, the Grammys remain corrupt. You owe me, my fans, and the industry transparency. And so as more and more things started to come out, it was revealed that he was told he has to choose between performing at the Grammys and performing at the Super Bowl next year, and he obviously chose the Super Bowl because Pepsi announced a couple weeks ago that he's going to be the halftime performer. So I don't know who he pissed off, but he must have pissed off one of the important people up there because they said, you know, they didn't give him shit. That surprised me. I mean, we always knew the Grammys are a very political organization. Like, we saw this last year, or the year before last, I should say, with Ariana Grande. The year that she won the Grammy for Sweetener, she was also supposed to perform, but she didn't because I guess the production for the Grammy show, they had creative differences between her and Ariana and the song they wanted her to perform. So she just said, fuck it, I'm not performing. And then the following year, when she was nominated for Thank You Next, she got nominated for a bunch of shit, went home empty-handed. So like, this is a pattern we see at the Grammys. They're very political. Like, if artists don't do what the Academy tells them to do, they can definitely get snubbed. So like, the fact that he didn't get any nominations, because he definitely snubbed for Blinding Lights. The good sir, he deserved. Also, a snub that I noticed was Miss Rina Sawayama. Like, I don't know, like, her own native UK snubbed her at the Brit Awards, but I was like, surely the Grammys ain't gonna do her dirty. Because, like, the Grammys, they show love to a lot of British artists. So, I thought she would surely snag a couple nominations, at the very least. I was wrong. She literally had one of the best albums all year. One of the highest, I think it was the highest Metacritic rating for a debut album. XS, that song deserves everything and then some. It wasn't like a chart topper, so people like to be like, oh, it didn't chop the chart, so it doesn't. No, fuck that. That shit was amazing. So fuck the Academy for snubbing her. She deserved literally, like, she should have had, like, been like the second most nominated woman at the night, in my opinion. Like, she could have easily got noms in all the big four categories, and in the pop fields, and plus the music video fields, because I think that XS was an amazing music video. So Reno was definitely snubbed. The Weeknd wasn't the only artist who spoke out about, you know, the Grammys being ain't shit. Nicki Minaj also spoke out. she said, Nikki said, never forget that the Grammys didn't give me my Best New Artist award when I had 7 songs simultaneously charting on Billboard in bigger first week than any female rapper in the last decade. Went on to inspire a generation. They gave it to the white man, Bon Iver. I mean, like I said, we've always known the Grammys wasn't shit, but now it's starting, like, artists are starting to not give a fuck, and I'm here for it, and they're starting to speak their truth. And I'm like, yeah, hats off. Like, the Grammy, this is the same institution that, like, the Grammys, this is the same institution that gave Milli Vanilli a Grammy for Best New Artist, but didn't give Brandy, didn't give Nicki. So, like, these things need to be taken into account when we talk about the Grammys. Like, it's always been kind of like, it's always been a political, like, you scratch my back, I scratch your back type of thing. Like, because it's different from other award shows because it's peer voted, it's within the industry. But like I said, the industry is very political, so, you know. But honestly, all these artists speaking truth to power, I'm here for it. Nicki should have been won a Grammy. She should have several by now, but she doesn't, unfortunately. So, like I said, Grammys, and despite all their attempts to, like, diversify the voting committee, it's still predominantly an old white man voting club, and whatever they want is what's going to happen. Whatever's good for ratings, if you perform what they tell you to perform, you might, you know, be able to snag a Grammy or not. But, like, knowing shit like that, it amazes me that Beyonce has 124. Like, that amazes me. But that just speaks to her talentry. But, yeah. And another character who, he wasn't snubbed, according to him. He was put in the wrong category. Mr. Justin Bieber. This man took to Instagram to talk about his disappointment in not being nominated in the R&B field. Listen to this motherfucker. This motherfucker said, y'all listen to this. To the Grammys, I am flattered to be acknowledged and appreciated for my artistry. I'm very meticulous and intentional about my music. With that being said, I set out to make an R&B album. Changes was and is an R&B album. It is not being acknowledged as an R&B album, which is very strange to me. I grew up admiring R&B music and wished to make a project that would embody that sound. For this not to be put in that category feels weird, considering from the chords to the melodies to the vocal style, all the way down to the hip-hop drums that were chosen. It is undeniably, unmistakably an R&B album. To be clear, I absolutely love pop music. It just wasn't what I set out to make this time around. My gratitude for feeling respected for my work remains, and I am honored to be nominated either way. Justin. I mean, I know he said he wasn't trying to be ungrateful, but bitch. Intentions don't mean shit. Like, you sound ungrateful. And I'm gonna drag you for a couple reasons. One, his assertion that this was an R&B album. His assertion that this wasn't a pop album. I agree. It wasn't pop. It wasn't R&B either, Justin. It was hot garbage. Changes was fucking garbage. Okay? You literally should have shut the fuck up and ate your food. Like, you should be grateful that that trash album got nominated. You should be grateful that Yummy got nominated for a Grammy. We live in a world where Yummy got nominated for a Grammy. Yummy got nominated for a Grammy, but not Rina Sawayama. Okay, make it make sense. Like, Justin, like, that was affirmative action in action. Be grateful. And don't be mad at the committee. You should be mad at your team. Like, it's your team who makes these submissions and, you know, chooses the genre. And obviously, no team thought, nah, this ain't R&B. Let's put it in pop. So that's the first thing. Secondly, his assertion that he should be in the R&B category. And I'm thinking to myself, be in the R&B category so you can take a spot of a more deserving, more talented, actual R&B artist, most of whom are black. Do that so you can take a black person's spot? I think the fuck not. I think the fuck not. You know, if there's one thing white people don't lack, what they lack in empathy and human decency, they make up for in audacity or caucasity. Because you have to be audacious to come on here with your mediocre album and demand you be put in a different genre. Sure, I'm sorry. I was just not trying to hear that. Like, literally be grateful that a trash ass album got nominated and keep it cute. Keep it cute. And honestly, don't be surprised if you never get nominated again on the Grammys. Because, yeah, you tried it. You tried it. Let's talk about the R&B categories. The snubs. The nominees for Best R&B Album, all men, which didn't make any sense to me because women have been killing R&B this year. Specifically Brandy. When I saw that Brandy didn't get a single nomination for B7, I was like, no words. No words. Literally, B7 was one of my personal favorites this year and was critically acclaimed, borderline deserved. Like, so I don't know what the Grammys were smoking. Like I said, like, let this sink in. Brandy, the vocal Bible, has the same amount of Grammys as Justin Bieber, and he has more nominations. Yeah, I know, it don't make sense. So surely I thought she would, you know, garner nominations in the R&B categories. I knew it was a pipe dream wishing for the big four, but I was like, they ain't gonna play her in the R&B category. But no, I was wrong. I was wrong. They definitely played the fuck out of her, which was disrespectful. Kalani was snubbed in the R&B categories. Summer Walker, I don't even like her because she crazy, but she like, her album, her body of work was deserving. So I'm gonna need the Grammy committee to do better in the R&B categories in acknowledging female talent, because it was disrespectful. It was giving me misogyny to be specific, because most of the R&B girls are black women. So yeah, get it together with that. Another surprise, I should say, Kanye got nominated in the contemporary Christian category. And if you're not like a consumer of like Christian and gospel music, basically the way the Academy works, they split like gospel Christian music into two categories: gospel, which is black artists, and then contemporary Christian, which is like white artists. And I was surprised they put Kanye in the contemporary Christian category, because Kanye is a whole nigga. So that surprised me. I mean, honestly, I don't know what surprised me more though: the fact that he got nominated after pissing on a Grammy earlier this year, or the fact that he got nominated with like white Christian artists. That surprised me. And also noticeably absent from the gospel categories was Kirk Franklin. So I'm trying to figure out if he just didn't submit, or like did the Academy, they just was like, nah, not this year. So yeah, that surprised me. Yeah. I mean, all in all, the Grammys were definitely, it was a mixed bag. As a member of HIVE, I take pride in joy in knowing that my girl, Beyonce Giselle Knowles Carter, first of her name, I take pride in knowing that she's the most nominated woman tonight. It's definitely deserved. We've been through that. All the haters can choke. Black Parade deserves. Chloe and Halle deserve. Megan, y'all deserve. Dua, you deserve. Justin, don't ever fix your mouth to say some stupid shit like that again. But yeah, the next step is to hear who they're gonna announce to be performers for the award show. So I'm definitely interested to see how that plays out. If The Weeknd even decides to still perform, it wouldn't surprise me if he didn't. But yeah, it'll be very interesting to see how the award season plays out this year, considering, you know, the pandemic is still going on and whatnot. But yeah, that was just my 2 cents for that. But yeah, thank you for watching. Like, comment, tell me your thoughts about the nominations this year, and I'll see y'all later.